Good evening. I'm Leland Vittert. On the program tonight, nobody likes the 1970s. Not the disco, not the politics, and certainly not the economics. Why we might be reliving that lost decade quite soon. Plus, airlines keep getting worse and more expensive. Bill O'Reilly blames the government. We'll debate that point with him. And new proof, the border crisis is turning Hispanic voters Republican for the first time in history. But first, on point tonight, desperate times call for desperate measures. Unless you are President Biden, who refuses to acknowledge that these are desperate times. Today, the Federal Reserve did something that they haven't done since 1994 and raised the base interest rate 0.75%. Jay Powell told the country next month he might do it again. Raising interest rates is like giving the economy chemotherapy. You hope to kill inflation slightly before you kill the economy. This time last year, the median home price was $384,000. 30-year fixed-rate mortgage, 3.35%. Your monthly payment was $1,674. Now, the median home price is $423,000. Mortgage rate 6.11% for a monthly payment of $2,400. Those extra $700 a month are an extra $700 a month you and most Americans can't afford. But by raising interest rates, Jay Powell hopes you buy less. In fact, he knows you're going to buy less. Your credit card bills will go up. You're less likely to buy a new house or even a new car, and certainly less likely to buy an appliance. Thus, the economy slows down. Thus, inflation slows down. Raising interest rates is painful, but it works. Now let's talk about what doesn't work. The most obvious example of inflation, the thing we see and feel every day, in addition to, of course, the food bill at the grocery store, is gas prices. Right now, well over half the country pays more than $5 a gallon in gas. Today, President Biden sent a letter to oil companies demanding they increase refinery production in the United States. He hopes that that will bring down gas prices. Here is his press secretary.
We see that as an important first step in making sure that the oil refineries are doing their part, again, patriotic duty, in making sure that they're putting out capacity and they're not taking advantage of a war that is hurting the American public.
So this rolls everything into one. Remember, President Biden already blamed Putin, the GOP, supply chains, and COVID. Oil companies, shipping companies, meat packers, grocery stores, big corporations, all blamed for rising prices. And if you aren't okay paying more at the gas pump, if you're not okay paying more at the grocery store, somehow, according to President Biden, you are not doing your part to take on Putin. As we just heard, it is now about patriotism. Let's clear up a couple of things. It's not about patriotism. It's about politics. Mr. Biden's approval rating hit another low. It is near freezing temperatures right now. His last few supporters stand by him because of climate change and other super liberal policies like that. So he blames the oil companies in a letter reading, "Your companies need to work with my administration to bring forward concrete, near-term solutions that address the crisis." Imagine the whiplash being an oil executive who reads that today after hearing this just a couple of days ago from Mr. Biden's climate czar, John Kerry.
The energy security worry is driving a lot of the thoughts now about, oh, we need more drilling of gas. We need more drilling of this. We need to go back to coal. No, we don't. We absolutely don't.
Okay, that's last Friday. Right now, refiners that Mr. Biden wants to increase their production are at 94% capacity. Between time for routine maintenance and the like, John Clidiff, a partner at Again Capital, told CNBC, quote, "There is nothing left to ramp up." What President Biden did today doesn't work economically. As we will see from the polling, it doesn't even really work politically. Just ask the 1970s. Jimmy Carter tried the exact same things to disastrous results, both economically for the country and politically for him.
What's worrisome to me is our president.
He's not trying to be
our president's reaction is to send a letter to the oil companies saying you're making too much money. And that harks back to an era of Jimmy Carter.
Mr. Biden should know the 1970s did not work out well for Jimmy Carter, and they did not work out well for America. That's On Point tonight. Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.